Welcome to Tour de Colligo, the ultimate cycling board game. Whether you are a cycling enthusiast or just love to have a good game night, Tour de Colligo is for you. Designed for 3 to 5 players, it is a fun game to enjoy with friends and family, whether you are racing to victory or just in it for the laughs. Your goal is to get your team of 4 cyclists across the finish line using stamina. Just like in real cycling races, it's not about just getting one of your cyclists across the finish line. Teamwork matters. In the game, your cyclists are represented by Bike Meeples. The quicker you get all your Bike Meeples across the finish line before your opponents, the more points you get, and the better your chances of winning the game. Tour de Colligo can be a lighthearted family game, but with some strategy and sneaky tricks, things could get quite interesting. Inside the box, you'll find the instruction booklet, podium, the bank, 5 sets of Bike Meeples, challenge zones, which is the mountain, the short highway, long highway, stamina cards, function cards, draft tokens, and lastly, the board. Now let's get set up. Set up the bank nearby with function cards and draft tokens based on the number of players. Now, decide where to put the 3 challenge zones. These add fun but also challenge to the game. So, during your first few times playing, it's a good idea to space them out evenly. Place a reminder card in front of each player. During the game, you can easily peek down to get a quick reminder of what you can do on your turn. Each player should then pick a team color, place all the Bike Meeples at the start point, then their team mascot in front of them so everyone remembers their team color. The podium should go somewhere near the board, as you might want to refer to it as the game progresses, because as your Bike Meeples cross the finish line, they will go on this podium, and you will start to see the points your team is collecting. Lastly, shuffle the deck of stamina cards. Deal 5 cards face down to each player and place the rest face down on the board. Now that everything's in place, the race is on. Wondering what the stamina cards do? Just like their name suggests, they represent the stamina your cyclists have. Cyclists need stamina to keep going, and in Tour de Colligo, it is no different. Each space on the board costs 1 stamina to move through. So the more stamina you play, the further your Bike Meeple can go. You can use as many stamina cards as you like on your turn, but you can only move 1 Bike Meeple at a time unless you are moving a Peloton, which we will explain in a minute. So, what exactly do you do on your turn? It's simple. First, draw 2 stamina cards and add them to your hand. Next, make an action from one of these options. Use your stamina to move one of your Bike Meeples or a Peloton. Exchange your stamina for function cards. Exchange your draft card for draft tokens. Or skip your turn to save stamina for later. If you have more than 7 cards in your hand at the end of your turn, you must discard the extras. After you've finished your turn, then is the next person's turn to draw 2 stamina cards. Now, once all the stamina cards in the pile are used up, reshuffle the used cards and place it back face down on the board so the game can continue. Just like in real cycling, not all roads are smooth sailing. You'll encounter challenge zones, where each space will require more stamina than the usual one. The number of stamina needed varies, depending on the length of the challenge zone. You can either cross by playing the stamina required, or you can use function cards. They help to reduce the cost of each space to just 1. You can exchange your stamina to obtain them. Refer to the bank to know how much they cost. 6 stamina for a sprint card, and 7 stamina for a climb card. Now, what are draft cards and draft tokens for? Ever seen cyclists ride close together in a group? That group is known as a Peloton, and it allows cyclists to draft off each other, reducing wind resistance and saving energy. In Tour de Colligo, the draft cards and draft tokens are used for Peloton movements. We'll go through that in a minute. Remember, all function cards are to go into your hand when you collect them, then can only be used on your next turn. Once used, return them to the bank so others can grab them too. By the way, if you use function cards together with your stamina cards, and even a draft token, you can really excel and get in front of your opponents. During the game, anytime Bike Meeples land in the same space, they automatically stack to form a Peloton. A Peloton can be made of Bike Meeples from different teams. You may be wondering, so how do you move a Peloton, and what's special about it? Firstly, a draft card will cost you 8 stamina. You will need to add the draft card to your hand as previously mentioned. On your next turn, you can exchange your draft card for up to 3 draft tokens. Whenever you want to move a Peloton, you can play one of your draft token with your stamina cards, then the whole Peloton will move together. You can move any Peloton your Bike Meeple is in while every other Bike Meeples in the Peloton benefit from it. When you use a draft token to move a Peloton, you cannot split the Peloton up or move specific Bike Meeples. All the Bike Meeples must move together as a Peloton. A Peloton can only have up to 5 Bike Meeples. Once it's full, no one else can join. Not feeling the teamwork? You can always play stamina cards to break away from the Peloton and ride solo. You don't need to use a draft token to move out of a Peloton. By the way, the leading Bike Meeple in a Peloton is always at the bottom. So if a Peloton crosses the finish line, the Bike Meeples will go on the podium in the order starting from the bottom. As each Bike Meeple crosses the finish line, it moves to the podium. The race ends when the podium is full. The faster a Bike Meeple crosses the finish line, the more points it earns. However, this does not guarantee that the player will win the game. The winner is determined by total points. At the end of the race, tally up the points each player has earned. The player with the highest total points is the true winner. Did you get all that? Here's a recap. On your turn, draw 2 stamina cards, then take one of 3 actions. Move by playing stamina. Exchange for function cards or draft tokens. Or skip to save energy. Crossing challenge zones require extra stamina. You can use sprint and climb cards to make it easier. Pelotons let Bike Meeples draft together. Use draft tokens to do that. The race ends when the podium is full. Tally your points, and the player with the highest total points wins. Now that you know the rules, it's time to ride. Think ahead, play smart, and most of all, have fun. Let's cycle off saddle together.